Hey, I'm Scott, and I am an American, normally in Bangkok, but now I am in Bali. And I got a letter from a guy while I was here, and these things happen sometimes, and the guy's a little bummed. He says, "Hey, Scott, I've seen a lot of your videos on YouTube, and you give a lot of tips and advice, which are very helpful. I need a bit of advice on my situation. I met a Thai girl online over a year ago. We got into a relationship after 2 weeks. At that time, I was 18 years old and I didn't have a lot of common sense." Let me stop right there. I'm going to go ahead and say that at 19, you probably don't have a whole lot of common sense either, but, you know, I don't want to rub it in. I mean, this is what young people. Uh, Listen, a lot of older people don't have common sense, but when you're 18 and 19, it's you kind of think with your heart and not with your head, or you think with something else. After a year and 2 months, I traveled to Thailand and spent 2 weeks with this girl. This girl was not a bad girl. She lived in a small town, which I'm not going to name, and she worked uh, in a restaurant. She never wanted me for my money. I offered to buy her stuff, and she would say no. You work hard for your money. She was a very loving girl. She was very poor. I went to her town and saw a different side to life. I've actually been to the town where he's talking about, and it is a uh, relatively poor area, and I believe there are some industry. If I'm, is it the place? No, I'm thinking of Mukdahan. Uh, yeah, this place is a pretty poor place. I mean, listen. Um, there's a lot of poor places in Thailand. But anyway, let me just go on. She broke up with me about a month ago. These were the reasons she gave me for breaking up. Uh, it's a long distance relationship and it's very difficult. Okay, that's always a killer. I hate to tell you, buddy. She needs someone with her to support her. Again, this is nothing unusual. She's lonely. Again, nothing unusual. She said she has nothing. She said she still loves me and we still message and keep in contact. She said she still wants to be with me, but we will have to give everything time. If I went there and stayed with her, she would be happy and stay with me. She does want to go to uh, England, but she is not ready. Also, she said her job is very important to her. She said to me, I just want to live a good, happy life. You have a lot of experience in Thailand, Scott. I have probably seen most of your videos about Thailand. If you can give me some advice on this, then that would be great. Well, there's not a whole lot I can say that's going to do anything. I mean, I hate to put it that way, but this is the cold hard truth. A long distance relationship makes everything difficult. The fact that she's poor, as many women in the villages do, she's looking for a guy to take care of her. She's looking for a guy who has a little bit of money. And it's not that she wants the guy just for money. I don't believe that that's the case. I believe she wants a good guy who, uh, with his income, can give her a little bit of a better life or a lot of a better life. And it's not that she doesn't want to work and make a living for herself and to help with the income. I don't believe that in this case. But what I do believe is that she's saying to you, hey buddy, it ain't gonna work if I'm not getting money, and it's not gonna work if, and I really don't want you to give me money unless we're together. And I just don't see you going to Thailand and making a go of it as far as living there. I just don't see it. You're too young. What do you have to offer an employer? How are you going to make money? So that means you would have to bring her back to the UK. And honestly, I think even though you've known her for a year, I think you really don't know her. If I were you, I would give it some time. I would just mellow out and give it some time. And let me tell you something. With Thai women, a lot of time, silence is golden, or just time is golden. You either shut your mouth or you give things time and don't get pushy. And you know, like, what are you going to say to this girl? Oh, don't go and find some other guy. Don't go be with anybody else. Oh, please, but I love you. And all that doesn't matter, because what she needs is somebody there for her. So she's a woman, man. She wants a man. You know, she wants to have a guy. She wants a partner. And she wants a loving relationship where the guy's going to contribute and help as a team their lives be better. Uh, that's what I think. And I think, you know, in many cases, with good Thai women, that's, you know, like a decent Thai woman. I'm not saying, you know, she doesn't have any faults or anything like that. I'm sure you know she does, but that's normal. But I think you're too young to just consider moving over here. I don't think it's going to work. And I think you ought to just take your time and just let the cards fall where they may. Maybe you make another trip over here. You know, you save a little money. You come over when you can, and don't bet the farm on your relationship. There's nothing wrong with the women where you are, and if in the future you need to, you feel like you need to really get out of the country, then maybe if you finish university or you've got a trade behind you or something like that, then maybe you'll have a way to earn an income abroad. But for right now, I wouldn't do it. So that's all I got. I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Until next time, choke me, la jerkin.